Tuesday, January 16th, 2024. And yesterday were the Iowa caucuses. And I don't care. I'm glad that the first thing that they said about it was Sarah Haynes trying to put it into context. Um, but using percentage numbers. But it was, and they didn't need Jonathan Karl on to examine what 110,000 people in Iowa did yesterday. It doesn't fucking matter. I don't give a flying fuck that 55,000 probably white, mostly racist Iowans went and said, "We want Donald Trump to be president again." It's ridiculous. Our primary system is broken. That the fact that Iowa is still first, and they're counting like pieces of paper out of popcorn buckets. Like, where's the election fraud screaming about that? Like, I don't, because it's not even an election. It's just peer pressure voting in, gymnasiums and school gyms. Like, what? It's ridiculous. And the media frothing at the mouth about it. It doesn't mean anything. Whoopi's right. The outcome was pretty much exactly what we expected it to be. There's no surprise, and it doesn't matter. I don't give a flying fuck that 55,000 Iowans want their dictator back. And it doesn't make any difference. It's not a bellwether. It doesn't have an indicator of anything else other than those 55,000 idiots. I hate it. Just like, why there was way too much attention put on that. I don't give a flying fuck what happens in New Hampshire either. Two tiny little low population, mostly white states don't matter. The primary system needs to have more states collectively up front so there isn't all of that importance put on one tiny subsect of voters, because who gives a flying fuck? But anyway, there's that. What else did those ladies on The View talk about? Because, here's the thing about, Iowa, and, DeSantis was all like, "I've been to all 99 counties or however many counties there are." Um, and, and talked to the people and did the ground game. And Trump did none of that. He's not going to diners and listening to people. And they're all just falling all over themselves trying to get him reelected. You don't need that folksy, I'm going to come to your farm and milk your cow kind of campaigning anymore. There's too many outlets. We can do this faster. It's really frustrating. So I ranted about that for too long. What else does View ladies talk about? Polyamory, Amy, Alyssa, Farrah, Fowler, Griffin. You can just go, fuck yourself. Like, just because you can't fathom that somebody wouldn't be jealous doesn't mean that somebody else doesn't have the capacity. I think Sunny was absolutely correct, except she was saying it facetiously that they're more evolved. You know what? People might be more evolved besides your self-described caveman attitude towards a relationship. So fuck off. Good for Whoopi for telling those ladies that they need a new set of friends. And that whole generational conflict question, Joy, it's like definition. She's not even a boomer, isn't she? Like the quiet generation or the greatest generation, or she's like, if she's 80, she's from she's born around World War II, so isn't that like that's older than boomer? But get a job. What a cranky old lady. It's not that simple, Joy. And the whole idea that that the younger generation doesn't feel sure about the future. It's not that they don't know what they're going to be doing. They just don't know whether or not we're going to have a country. They don't know what kind of restrictions are going to be put on them, because we are dealing with a whole population of people that want to install a dictator, an overlord. It's different. And part of the problem is they can all talk about all of those feelings online and then get someone on television to talk about them talking about it online. We didn't have that. We just had to sit quietly and shovel our driveways and mow our lawns and get our weekly allowance and shut up about it. Anyway, yeah. So that's where we started with the view this week. And one thing about the Emmy Awards, which, by the way, of the 3 awards shows, most recently the Golden Globes, the Critics' Choice, and this, that was the best awards show that's been on. Very entertaining. Lovely to see all of those casts reunited in the replicas of sets. It was really, that was sort of, the whole thing was sweet. Christina Applegate coming out with her cane. This makes me weep. But as much as I love the show The Bear, it's not a comedy. That's just unfair. Just because it's 30 minutes doesn't mean it's a comedy. It's as much of a comedy as White Lotus or Succession. So that is just unfair categorization entirely. I don't know what category Ally McBeal competed in, but it was an hour-long program that was definitely a comedy. So anyway, they got to fix that. I love that all those people got attention and awards for their work on The Bear, but the people that are doing actual comedy are getting cheated.